Hello, everybody. Good evening to my beautiful weasels and tweezels. How are you all? Today is Wednesday, September 20th, 2023. This is your girl Kiki. Hey, I'm coming live to you in real time from Chicago, Illinois, for those who are new here. Wow. Hey. Hey, Miss. Hey, Shirley. How are you guys? I'm looking at these two huge dogs that one of the neighbor she is letting them walk by my car, and they just here looking in my window. I'm like, yeah, it's time for me to go in the house. But I came live before I went in the house, y'all, because I know once I get in the house I'm gonna get tired. So I'm like, yeah, well, I pulled up right now. Let me come live, because I promised y'all I was gonna go live about this topic. So I want to be able to deliver a video message is coming out about this, and also to all of my members. You guys will see the video first. Danny, hey. Miss Balance One, hey. Carintha, hey. How are you? Hey, Danny, hey. I'm happy you guys are up here with me. Welcome to the Faith Show. Hello, hello. Let me greet you guys before I get into the message. Miss Balance One, how do you join? It should be a link on this video. You should see a link. Look into the description, and it should actually be a link that you can click to join. Walter Witherspoon, how are you, sweetheart? I'm doing well. I'm doing pretty good. A little bit tired. I had a very long day today, so I am kind of tired, but it's okay. It's okay, y'all. I know I'm not the only one. I know a lot of you all probably are tired too. So it is what it is. Hey, Eagle Eyes, how are you, sweetheart? How are you guys? I'm happy you all are coming in, because I really want to talk to you all about this. A Rice, hi. I'm happy you guys are here, and I hope you all can see me clearly, because I'm like under some shade. So I don't know if you guys can see me clear. You know, the live does what the live wants to do, you know. But I'm happy all of you all are saying you're okay. That's always a beautiful thing. Always a beautiful thing. So guys, let me get into this. Selfishness is something that I know none of you all are in. Thank you, Danny. I'm happy I'm clear. Thank you for telling me that, because I was waiting. Selfishness is something none of you all are in the dark about. Miss Balance One, thank you so much, sweetheart. Welcome. Thank you all. Selfishness is something none of you all are in the dark about. You all know the definition of selfishness is just someone that is only concerned with themselves, their interest, their feelings, their wants, their desires, their needs. That is what a selfish person is. And I truly believe that when it comes to each one of us, Harold Bed's thoughts, how are you? I'm doing good. I hope you're doing good as well. I believe if all of us are honest, there is a part of us that is selfish. I don't think overall most human beings are selfish, but I believe there are a lot of us when it comes to certain aspects of who we are. We have always been selfish, or depending on what has gone on with us over the course of our life, we have become selfish. If you all were here a couple of days ago, you saw that I posted on the community tab that relationships are not designed for selfish individuals. And I needed you all to know that, and I need you all to understand that, because a lot of people, they get into relationships because they just feel like that's what they're supposed to do. They feel like, well, that's what I want to do. If this man or this woman is available and if they're willing to deal with me, that's what I'm going to do. But what you will find, especially in the times that we're living in, is that a lot of people jump into relationships and they know that they have not cleaned up and changed certain parts of themselves. Selfishness is one of those areas. Just being a single man or a single woman alone, there has probably been a part of you that has become selfish. Because when you've been by yourself for a significant amount of time, I cannot speak for those of you who have been single for maybe 6 months or 1 year or 2 years or even 5 years. Now, I'm going to just be real. I'm going to be very real. To me, that's not really a significant amount of time. It's some time to be by yourself. If you've been single for 5 years and under, that is a while to be by yourself. But see, even in that, there is a separation because every single person out here is not celibate or abstinent or a virgin. I have to come to you all with these facts and these truths. There is a big separation when it comes to the single community, and you all know that. Somebody can be a single man or woman where they are not taking claim to anybody, but they are very much sexually active. Other people in the single community, they mess with different people, they inbox and DM different people. They have several different emotional text message relationships and inbox relationships going on with different people. They're telling different people different things while they have somebody at home that they sleep with, but it's not official. They're not taking claim to that person. But then there are some of us singles in the community who are not sexually active at all. We do not have a boyfriend, ladies, or the single men, you don't have a girlfriend. You're not going out with anybody. You are not dating. You're not consistently like talking to anybody. Nobody's calling you on the phone. Like literally, it's nobody, no man is calling me on the phone. I'm not on the phone talking to a man. Okay? And so a lot of people in the single community, you are literally super single. You are not having sex. You are not dating. You are not having conversations with anybody. I'm not talking about somebody kind of showing interest in you and them just saying, I like you, blah, blah, blah. I'm not talking about that because I'm not really counting that because it's nothing there. It's just empty things that the person is saying. You don't know the person. You all are not dating. Y'all don't know each other. Okay, somebody showing interest and saying they like you, that's like another conversation. But I'm saying those of us who are single, we're not doing anything. We're literally just living life on our own terms. I believe those of us who are like that, and we've been in this for 8, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years plus. See, this is a different ball game now. And we have grown accustomed to living life on our own terms and doing things our way. And so we are not quick to really spread ourselves and want to give ourselves in a lot of situations because we've been by ourselves for so long. All we have to be responsible for and accountable for is ourselves. And so an outsider looking in may look at us who are at this level and call us selfish. That's the point that I'm trying to make when I talk about selfishness across the board. A lot of single people who have been by themselves a long time, a significant amount of time, usually when they finally do get into a relationship or they get married, their other half complains about the fact that they seem to be more self-centered. They are not quick to do a lot. And they have to understand that you have become selfish because of where you've been, because of the fact you've been by yourself for so long. You haven't had anybody living with you. You haven't had anybody next to you that you've had to be accountable for or responsible for. You've only had to be accountable and responsible for yourself. And so, in that sense, I do believe a lot of us are selfish. But I believe it becomes a problem when across the board you are a selfish man or woman and you don't consider anybody's feelings, their thoughts, their time, their needs, their desires, or what's going on with them because you think everything is all about you. You think everything is all about you. And so I'm here to have this discussion with you all to let you know if you are, because only you know the truth about yourself, and of course, God knows the truth. Like I always tell you all, you can lie to me, you can lie to your friends, you can lie to your family, you can lie to the person you're dating. You could tell us lies, we probably won't catch it. But you and God definitely know the truth. And what I'm saying to you all is that if you know that you are a selfish man or woman, this does not mean that you are a bad person. Let me throw that out there. This does not mean you're a bad person. This does not mean you're a worthless person. This does not mean you're not a good man or a good woman. It doesn't mean that. When you all see the video message, because I'm not going to give everything away in the live, okay? It's just a couple of things I'm going to talk about. But I need you all to understand that if you are a selfish man or woman, before you get into a relationship, that is a part of yourself that you need to check and clean up. You have to clean it up, because the fact of the matter is that life is not all about you. Life is not all about you. And if you think for 1 second that life is all about you, you will continue to have a damaged marriage, damaged friendships, damaged bonds with family members and whoever else comes across you, because you think it's your way or the highway. Sometimes selfishness is also rooted in pride, because when someone is very prideful or they are a very arrogant person, they don't really see the needs of other people. They want you to cater to them. This is why if you look into the single community, there are a lot of men that don't see any worth behind dating a woman. They don't see any worth behind marriage, because of the fact they have grown selfish, because at some point or another, something has gone on with them with a particular woman or a line of women that has left a bad taste in their mouth. And they've grown selfish in the sense, I'm going to keep my money to myself. I don't believe in taking a woman on a date. I don't believe in marrying a woman, because me marrying a woman is going to take something from me. And I'm not here to say that a man with this mentality is necessarily wrong. I'm not going to say a woman with that mentality is wrong either. But I am going to boldly say that part of having that mentality and that type of behavior, it is coming from someone that they probably dealt with who was selfish at some point or another. Because if you talk to or listen to the conversations of someone that is a selfish man or a selfish woman, if you ask them, well, why do you not feel value is in marriage? Why do you feel like it's a waste of time taking a woman on a date? What is it taking away from you inviting a sister out and taking her to breakfast or lunch or dinner, or breaking down your defense where you open up and share things? They're most likely going to tell you, oh, I did that before and I wasted my time. You waste your time with a lot of these women out here. You take them out, you spend your money on them, and you open up to them, but you find out they really don't even like you. So I'm not doing that no more. And so what I need you all to do is recognize that. If you are a woman who conducts yourself like this, at some point you experience the same thing. Even with friends, okay? Because like I said, you all will see the video message. It's a time frame that this stuff is going to come out on my channel. But you all will understand if we are honest. Over the course of our human experience, we have come in contact with someone or numerous people who have crossed us and betrayed us or used us and taken advantage of our heart and our kindness. And it has caused us to be selfish. Some people from childhood, they became selfish. Okay? They became selfish from childhood. Because I just believe when it comes to a certain point of somebody being selfish, they were not taught to share. They were not taught what it meant to be generous. They were not taught what it was to give. They were not taught what it is to have consideration of other people and their feelings. And you all will also find that a lot of selfish people, they will bully, manipulate, and guilt you to the point of trying to make you believe that you are not a good husband, you are not a good wife, you are not a good or supportive friend, you are not a good boyfriend or girlfriend, simply because you're not giving them what they want. And this is the attitude of a lot of selfish people. When someone makes everything be about them, it's all about them. It's all about me. It's all about what I want. It's all about what I could get from everybody else. It's all about what you're going to do for me. It's never about us. It's never about what can I do for you to make you happy, and in turn, you do something for me to settle me and make me happy. Some selfish people, it's all about them. And the minute you set a boundary and the minute you say, no, I'm not doing that, I'm not going out of my way for you, they will accuse you of being a bad wife. They will accuse you of being a bad husband. They will accuse you of being a non-supportive fake friend. They will accuse you of being a bad family member, simply because you're not giving them what they want, without them even realizing that it's just them being selfish. And so today in this live, I wanted to tell you all, before any one of you, if you are not already in a relationship, if you are not already in a relationship or you are not already married, if you are honestly considering marriage, because this is a very trendy topic, marriage, and a lot of people are talking about it. A lot of people are waiting on it. A lot of people pray about it. They're fasting about it. It's what they want. And I'm not saying anybody's wrong, but I'm going to be real. If you are a selfish person, you really, really need to be going to God in prayer and getting healed and changing being selfish. And that's just real talk. That is the bottom line. Because when you make life just about you and you become self-centered and you don't want to give or you don't want to share, that is going to spill over into your marriage. Many marriages are ending because one person in that relationship is selfish. They don't have consideration for the other person. A relationship, a friendship, a bond with family, it is give and take. It's not about who's the elder. It's not about who's older. It's not about who's more educated. It's not about who is more experienced. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care about your age. I don't care about what you've experienced and you feeling like you know more than the next person. We all at some point are going to need support. We're going to need a lending hand, whether it's financially, whether you feel on hard times. See, people just don't like talking about this stuff because it makes people uncomfortable. People don't want to operate in truth. A lot of people are walking around making it like their life is just perfect and it's A1. People don't want to operate in truth and say, I'm having a hard time. My life is not 100% together. I need destiny helpers. I need a support system. I need some type of assistance. I can't do everything on my own. And this is why I say sometimes a selfish person, it is, I'm sorry, excuse me, it's also rooted in pride. Some people are so full of pride that they will not ask somebody to help. And they don't ask for help because they are afraid that somebody's going to judge them or talk about them. Initially, they may have been that type of person. But when people start judging you and talking about you or laughing at you or spreading your business around because you reached out to ask for help or assistance, people will freeze up and they will be quiet and stop talking about things that they need. But you all need to understand that in a relationship is give and take. How would you feel? This is a legitimate question. How would one of you feel if you're in a friendship right now? Some of you all may be in a friendship right now, or you're married, or you are dating someone, and you find yourself giving everything, but you're not getting anything in return. How many of you all are at that place right now where you're the friend who is always calling and texting and reaching out to the other friend? But if you cut off calling and texting and reaching out to them, you will not hear from them. I'm talking about those of you who do that. You're the family member. You make sure everybody in your family is okay. You call, you text, you ask, hey, how are you and the kids? How are you? How are you feeling? You don't need me to come over and do anything? Is everything okay? You check on the elders in your family. But nobody's checking on you. You're stressed out. You're overwhelmed. You're tired. How many of you are in a relationship or you're married and you are always considering the thoughts, the feelings, and even the desires of your spouse, or the thoughts, the feelings, and the desires of the person you're dating, but they don't do it for you? Just think about that for a second. And I want you to think about that and how that makes you feel. How does it make you feel knowing that you're giving and giving and giving and giving, but you are not getting back in return what you're putting out? You probably don't feel good. You probably don't feel good because of the fact you're looking at, okay, I'm giving to this person because I love them. I care about them. But you're going to get to a place where you're tired, you're overwhelmed, or you desire certain things, or you want your partner to take into consideration how you feel about certain things. And when they don't, then what leaks in? Resentment. You resent them, you despise them. And so you get drained, you get upset, and then you start getting into it with those friends or with that spouse or with that person that you are dating. You're in a relationship with them. And all of this stuff leaks out when you or that person is selfish. Nobody should be confused about why they are currently drained in their relationship or their friendship. They should already know. Because if you're giving and giving and giving, hey JE, I'm good. If you're giving and nobody is giving back to you, you know that that person is more than likely selfish. But why is it that a lot of people who know they're selfish, you know you're not willing to consider the feelings of someone else? You know you're not willing to bend over backwards. You know you're not really willing to go the extra mile because that's just who you are. For whatever your reason is, you're just not willing to do it, but you will still go out here and disturb the peace of someone else, knowing that eventually they're going to find out you're a selfish man or a selfish woman. You already know this. And so what I'm saying to you today is that you don't need to get into a relationship. If you are not willing to give, if you are not willing to consider the feelings of someone else, why go and deceive somebody that you know is a generous, giving, or considerate person. A lot of your heartbreak, for those of you that this fits, a lot of your frustration, a lot of your heartbreak, and a lot of the things that you go through in your friendships and your relationships, it would be avoidable if you were to sit back and change yourself. If you just change this part of yourself with being selfish and keeping your fists closed, and I say fist because I remember my mother used to tell me, when this happens, nothing can get in. Nothing can get in. That was her illustration. Meaning when your fists are closed, if somebody is trying to give you something, nothing's going to be able to get in. There's no opening. And that's what you find with selfish people. It's all about them. Their hands are never open to receive or to give. Their hands are always to themselves because they're selfish and they're self-centered. So if you are that type of person, you should not be getting married. I'm not saying it should never happen, but at this moment right now, no. No, it should not be happening because you are going to have a lot of issues within your marriage. This is why divorces happen after 1 or 2 years, because somebody is selfish. People don't want to consider the feelings of other people. They don't care about how another person feels. It's all about them. And so I just wanted to hop on here real quick. I don't want to give everything away because, like I said, I have a video message that's coming out because there are other roots to why someone is selfish. But I think it's unfair for anybody, if they are a selfish person, to link up and lead somebody on to believe that they're down for them and they love them and they care about them, but they don't want to give. And then they will manipulate or bully them, or they will shame them because they didn't give that person or friends what they wanted. You cannot manipulate somebody or shame somebody or accuse them of being a bad husband, a bad wife, or a bad friend because they're not giving you what you feel you deserve, because that's coming from a selfish place. People don't always have to jump up and dance to your tune because you want something. You have to take people's feelings into consideration. If you're friends with somebody and you have an engagement and you really want that friend to come, if that friend tells you, I don't feel well, I'm going to take this day out and spend with my husband or my wife or my children, why are you then accusing your friend of being a fake or bad friend when they have the right to put their family first? If they're tired, they're tired. Married couples go through this, where it may be a time the husband, he wants to make love to his wife, but his wife says, babe, I got a headache. I'm tired. My cycle is on. I've been with the kids all day. I had a rough day at work. And then the husband will threaten his wife and say, oh, you tired, but I know somebody that's not tired. Whether you tired or not, I'm your man. You need to give me blah, blah, blah. People go through this in marriage all the time. And that is coming from a selfish place. You will not always get your way when you are a selfish person. It shouldn't even be like that. Again, a relationship, a friendship, or whatever your tie is to somebody, it is give and take. It's give and take. You should not, right now, if you are giving and giving and giving and giving, and you're not receiving, and you're faking now, still stuck in that relationship, still friends with the selfish friends, my question would be to you, why are you sticking around? And these people in your life that you're pouring everything out to, they're not reciprocating. Why are you still there? Why are you still there? And then you get angry and you resent the person. If you ever talk to somebody that had a very bad breakup with somebody that they've been with for some years, you'll ask them, why did you and so-and-so break up? A lot of times they'll say, that person was selfish. And you'll ask them, well, selfish how? They was just selfish. They didn't consider my feelings. They didn't care. They was entitled. They thought it was all about them. They didn't care about me. But then you will ask them, but why did you stick around for so long? Why did you stay with that person for so long? And they'll be patient and they'll stick with them because what would they say? Well, I love her. I love him. But if they went all the way back to the beginning, before they made anything official, there was something there that you saw that showed you a red flag that that man or that woman was a selfish person. You heard it either in their language, something that they said, or you saw something. You saw something go on. And that made them stick out. It was a red flag, and you said, okay, now I see that this person is selfish. You ever been in a very dark place in your life? Just whatever your dark place look like. Because a lot of you all, I don't know what you've come out of, but you done been through some very dark times in your life. And when you were going through your dark times at that moment, how many people came checking for you? How many people came and was calling you and texting you and asking you, are you okay? And if somebody did call you or they came around, it probably was months after or years after you had been going through it. But then on the other hand, you always calling people and checking up on them and considering their well-being. They don't even have to tell you what's going on because you checking for them. You looking for people actively. Like, let me reach out to so-and-so. Let me call so-and-so. I haven't heard from her or him in a couple of weeks. Let me see if they okay. You all have to pay attention to that stuff. You all come across selfish people all the time and you overlook it. And it gets deeper and deeper into it. And then in the end, you get angry at yourself and say, I don't even know how this happened. It happened because when you were seeing the red flags, you did nothing about it. You continued to give and give and give, and then you felt drained. And so now that you've broken up with the person, or now you've had the opportunity to get away from them, you resent them now. You hate them now. You despise them now. Because for so long you were giving and giving and giving and giving, and they were taking and taking and taking and taking. Selfishness destroys beautiful relationships. Selfishness destroys beautiful marriages. Selfishness destroys beautiful friendships. You have to be willing to give something. It's not always money. Sometimes it's your presence. Sometimes it's your listening ear. Sometimes it's your support. Do you all know how major support is? Do you all know how major support is? You could have gone through utter hell in your life. And let's say you're trying to build a business or you've been battling a terminal illness and God brought you through it. Did you know how supportive and just how happy someone would be you just coming to the hospital and sitting with them and talking to them or playing cards with them or letting them just cry on your shoulder? Every time these type of conversations come up, everybody feels like when you give, it's always about money. You always feel like it's always about money or it's always about somebody coming to stay with you. No, simple support, a simple phone call, a simple telling somebody, you know what, I got your back. You know what, I love you. Just believe in somebody when something gets out about them. You got a brother or sister in Christ and they building a ministry, or you see them going through spiritual attacks. Do you all understand how major that is if somebody calls us and be like, hey, you know what, Kiki, I got your back. How are you? Y'all don't understand. That's major. That's major. Yeah, a lot of us could tell all the stuff we done handed out to people. Oh, I got plenty of stories. Plenty. But see, I don't want nobody to pity me. This not no pity party. But I can tell you how many people have came and looked for me. And it's people that'll do you wrong. They'll betray you. They'll backdoor you. They'll be cutthroat to you. And they won't even come and check in on you. Like I said, I will never forget. God just brought me out of a very dark place. And all the people that I expected to be supportive, all the people that I expected to call me, all the people I expected to text me, not one of them showed up. Literally, Not one. I could count on one hand how many people were consistently involved helping me and checking to see if I needed anything. And it probably won't go past 3 or 4 fingers. That's sad. And I'm talking about it was people that knew literally what was going on. They didn't budge. Because sometimes people like you going through. It makes them feel good. They like to hear bad news about you. They like to hear that you struggling, especially if they already jealous. If they already a hater and they hear any bad news about you, or it's an area of your life that you failing in, or you getting clowned in, they like that. That's gonna make them feel superior over you. But they still not gonna win, because they gotta understand when they look at you, the very thing that they hate is something that's not in them. It's internal with you. It's not material. So it don't matter how many times they hear a story reported on you failing or falling or making a mistake, they still not going to be where you are spiritually. They still not going to have the anointing on their life that God placed on yours. And that's point blank, period. It don't matter how happy and excited they get or gloat in your misfortune. It's not stopping nothing. It's not stopping the anointing of God flowing in your life. It's not stopping or taking away the gift God has placed in you. It's just a situation. We're not exempt from struggle. We're not exempt from trials and tribulations. We're not exempt from hard times. But how many people understand that simply showing up and simply making a phone call or sending a text and telling somebody you love them, asking them how they're doing, and coming to visit them and just sitting with them, that is major. People don't want to talk about this stuff because a lot of people fear giving. They fear spreading themselves as far as being generous or to a certain extent. They fear something being taken away from them, when in reality, nothing is being taken away from you by not being selfish. In actuality, you're opening up a door or a realm for more to come to you because you're always pouring out. One thing about me, I'ma always have a flow of something coming to me in every good way because I know I give. You got to look at that. Are you a giver or are you a taker? And when you're giving, what is your attitude while you're giving? Are you getting angry? Because there's some people, they'll give you something, but they'll cuss you out. It's some people, they'll give you something, but they'll gossip and tell everybody what they did for you and what they gave you. It's some people, they'll give to you, but they will shame you and call you out of your name because you had to come to them to get the assistance. What type of a giver are you? Do you have a big mouth? Or do you know how to help people and be there for people and just be silent about what you did? Or are you looking for affirmation? Are you looking for oohs and ahs? Are you looking for pats on the back? Are you looking for somebody to pump you up and put you on a pedestal like you're the better man or you're the better woman because you're the go-to when somebody needs the finances, or they need a place to lay their head, or they need some groceries, or they came to you and they was going through in their marriage and they shared it with you because they trusted you and confided in you about it, but now you spreading it around town because it's tea and it gives you something to talk about because you really don't have no life. So talking about the downfalls of other people's life, that is the highlight of your day. Pay attention to that. What type of a giving person are you? Because the Bible says God loves a cheerful giver. The Bible also talks about you giving grudgingly, meaning with an attitude, meaning with anger. There are so many people, they give, but they are angry about it. Now, I understand all of us, I think, are guilty of being angry because you can give to somebody and you can go out of your way for somebody and then they buck up against you and then they come at you sideways and you got to remind them. I'm not talking about that. I think all of us have done that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fact of it's some people when they go out here and they give, but they just mad that they had to give. If they had it their way, they wouldn't give nobody anything. Some people, they are just not just freestanding. They are just not giving people. Everything they acquire, it's all about them. Let somebody come up on them in the street and be like, can you buy me some to eat? They cuss them clean out. No, get a job. I'm not getting you nothing. Don't ask me to buy you nothing to eat. I see it every day. Somebody standing in the gas station, somebody on the corner, somebody at the local grocery store you went to, and they'll simply be like, ma'am, can I have $1? Can you buy me something to eat? And they'll get cussed out. They'll get snapped on. Truth for All podcast, thank you so much. So I'm just telling you all, a selfish person, you're not ready to be in a relationship. You're not ready. You might think you're ready, but really you're not. Can you change? Yes, you can change. You can change, but you can't fake it. You can't give a couple of things and then feel like your job is done. Your entire marriage, your entire relationship, all of your friendships, it's always going to be a give and take. Constantly. Constantly. And you can't fake that. You can't fake being a giver. You can't fake being generous. You can't fake it, because the truth about you is going to come out eventually. You're going to get an attitude one day. You're going to start asking a whole bunch of questions. Well, why am I giving this to blah, blah, blah? They didn't do da-da-da for me. And da-da-da-da, da-da-da. All that comes out. But you got to know that, guess what? When you're giving, just know God see it all. And he's going to make sure some way, somehow, you get back the very thing you put out. God is going to make sure of that. You're not missing out on nothing. So I want you all to understand that when you give, and you not being a selfish person, that it's not always financial. It's not always monetary. Giving can just be simply you checking in on somebody. You don't know what anybody is going through. You don't know what they're battling. You don't know what they're dealing with. Your voice and your very presence can actually heal somebody. It can actually heal somebody. It can actually put a smile on somebody's face. Just for showing up. Just for being supportive. Just for talking to somebody. It's so many times when I leave out the house. This is just a true story. And I am focused on where I need to go and what I need to do. But there's always somebody that they will want to stop and talk. They will have something to say. They will want to get something off their chest. Some will ask for help. But you know what? A lot of times, more often than not, I sit there and I listen to them. I let them say whatever it is they need to say. I let them get out whatever they need to get out. They want to crack some jokes? Okay, go ahead. Crack your jokes. I'm going to laugh. And it ain't a fake laugh. I really be laughing. Like, oh yeah, that's funny. You know, and I let them talk. You could have just saved somebody's life. You don't know. Did you all know that Jesus Christ, in the New Testament, he was always inconvenienced. He was always stopped. Somebody was always coming to him because it was an issue that somebody in their family had. Somebody died. Jesus performed a miracle and brought them back to life. A man was blind. Different things were going on with different people. When him and the disciples were out and they were traveling and they were going to preach and do the work of the Lord, he was inconvenienced. He was stopped. People followed him. They wanted to talk to him. They wanted to ask him questions. But Jesus was not selfish. He spread himself for everybody. He made himself available. Now, I'm not saying that you all have to just spread yourself and be available. I'm not saying pop up at somebody's house 3 or 4, 5 times a week. I think y'all get what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that there is no way you're going to function or have a successful marriage, friendship, or relationship and you are selfish. That's just the bottom line. There are even parts of me that I have to look at when I look in the mirror and when I go into the presence of God, and I have to pray about parts of me that is selfish because of what I've gone through in my life, because of experiencing betrayal, because there have been people that have tried to take advantage. Because when you are a giving, generous person, people will try to play you like that. But God gives you the discernment, you get the strength, and you know who to help and who to withhold from. Now, that's in the book of Ecclesiastes. It's a time and a place and a season to give. It's a season to withhold. It's a season to build. It's a season to tear down. So, that's all in sync with the word of God. You got to know. But in a relationship, even the word of God tells us charity starts at home. You got to look at your own family and look at the needs of your own people. But what do a lot of people do? There will be people out here that will have money, had a fortune, had a fame, had an opportunity, and they will go out in the street and help everybody else except for their own flesh and blood. They selfish. And they will have all these excuses as to why they don't help a certain family member. Oh, well, I'm not going to do that for blah, blah, blah because they did da, 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 da. But guess what? If my family called me, I'm saying if they call me, because the fact is everybody's family don't get along and they may not want to talk to you. They may not want you to reach out to them. But if there is a need and you get wind of it, or they ask you, if you can provide it, then give it. It's not taking anything away from you. And I say give it because you don't know where you're going to be. You don't know how your life would change. God would allow your life to change in a split second. You could be down the street right now, walking, driving, riding your bike, and somebody hit you. Boom, and it's a wrap. You knocked off your feet. And you need somebody to bathe you. You need somebody to feed you. God forbid. Why do you think a lot of people end up in a nursing home? And you looking at all these people, and all of them are not old. When my grandmother was alive, God rest her beautiful soul. When my grandmother was alive and she was in a nursing home, it was people in their 30s and in their 20s that was in those nursing homes. And I would go to them because I'm very approachable. I would go to them. They was my grandmother's friends too. I'd be like, why are you in here? Know what they would say? My family don't want to help. I'm like, you don't have no aunties, no uncles, no cousins? They like, yeah, I do, but they don't want to help. They would be in tears. Now, I don't know what they did. I don't know their background, because I understand people have done things. It was one guy that was in there. He was a former gang member, and he had got shot 7 or 8 times. His hands was curved. He couldn't use his hands. Both of his feet were wrapped up because he had got shot up in his legs and his feet. It was very bad. And he had got shot up when he was 17 at the time when I met him, because he would talk to my grandmother and one of her friends in a nursing home. He was like 27 years old at the time. He said none of his family would come up there and visit him. So he developed a connection with my grandmother and her roommate. I'm just telling y'all the truth. All of us need help. And I wish the world would stop being so disgusting, so nasty, and so cocky, making it like they would never need no type of help or assistance. The world is just turning worse. It's just disgusting. People hold confidences in their money. Their entire confidence is in their house. All their confidence is in their job. Baby, bye. People losing their stuff left and right. And it's out of their control. I'm telling y'all, it's out of their control. I told you all this before in like 4 lives ago. I don't even remember my own live that I spoke about it in. But I had told you all that Hollywood was going to get humbled. Now, if one of y'all remember that, just put it in the chat. Look at what's happening in Hollywood, and it's going to get worse. They are being humbled and torn down bit by bit by bit. Because a lot of them in Hollywood, a lot of them celebrities, you can't tell them nothing. Oh, but baby, they gonna understand before it's all said and done. They gonna know and understand who God is. They gonna understand and know what it means to call out on God. Your money not gonna be able to save you. Your looks and your body not gonna be able to save you. Your raps that you spitting on wax in the lab, it's not gonna be able to save you. Your movies that they putting out at the show, it's not gonna be able to save you, because in a minute that's gonna get demolished. Y'all don't understand. People don't even understand. You better twist up, turn up your discernment. It ain't gonna be able to save you. Your focus on your looks and your body, it's not gonna be able to save your degrees. It's not gonna be able to save you. I've been saying this for so long, and people keep trying to depend on that. Eternal is all you need to be focused on. That needs to be your priority. God, am I hell-bound? Am I good with you? And what do I need to focus on that I will have in eternity? Because when you come back, everything that I've acquired is getting burnt up. I can't take none of this with me. I'm telling you the truth. Yeah, don't nobody want to struggle while we on earth. Don't nobody want to struggle. None of us want to struggle. Don't nobody want to be broke. Don't nobody want to have no beat up car that can't get them from point A to point B and they struggling. Nobody want to struggle. Nobody want to be sick. Nobody want to be sad. We already understand that. But at the same time, there are people that is chasing and focusing on the wrong thing. They making everybody and everything else their priority besides God. And this is where it gets sticky. This is where it's getting dangerous. God has to be your focus. He has to be your priority. You cannot be selfish. You better come out this world, because the world crumbling. The world is not ours. Brothers and sisters in the kingdom, it's not ours. The world is not ours. We are in the world, but not of it. God placed us here to do our job, and he taking us up out of here. Whether some die, or he calls some straight to heaven, or we get caught in the rapture. Do y'all understand that? Or is this conversation too deep for y'all? Because some people, they be like, oh, she going off the deep end. I don't want to hear that. I don't understand it. Y'all don't understand it, but you better understand it, because it's no escaping now. Y'all ain't escaping. I'm going to just tell you. It's either you clean yourself up, make God the priority, or you die in your sin and you're going to go to hell. And that's just it. I don't have nothing profound to tell you. I don't have nothing that I could say to make you feel good. You're not going to escape this. You have to make a choice. And it starts with you being selfless. Not being selfish, but selfless. Quit making everything about you. Your life can't be about you. God talks about self-seeking. What is the most human beings doing? They're self-seeking. They're seeking what they want. I'm a grind. I'm going to get that Mercedes. I'm going to grind. I'm going to get that 4 or 5 bedroom house. I'm going to grind. And my kids going to have the best. I'm going to grind. And I'm going to end up being a celebrity. I'm going to grind. Yeah, and when you die, where are you going? I'm telling y'all, time is running thin. It's running real thin. It's like scary. Because none of us know how much time we got. None of us, we don't know. I just found out one of my good friends died. I was crying like a baby. I'm still devastated. Because this man has been dead for over a year. And I just found out 5 or 6 days ago. He was a pastor of a church over here on the west side. Nobody called me. Nobody said anything. To this day, I cannot even tell you what this man died from. Like, it's unbelievable to me. But see, I'm not going to even let my anger really get the best of me in that. Maybe God ain't want me to know, because he died a couple of months after my mother died. My mother died last year in February. He died, to my understanding, what I just found out a week ago in April. I had just talked to him in April. This man called me, the pastor of a church, one of my good friends. He wanted me to come and speak. He wanted me to come preach. for Good Friday. And y'all know what I did? I'm going to just tell y'all. Because I don't have nothing to hide. I told him no. I turned it down. Because I was grieving the death of my mother. I told you I was like this with my mother and father. And I told him no. I said emotionally and mentally I'm not there. But you know what? I had no idea. Maybe that was God giving that man the strength to call me, to ask me to do that. And I would have been able to see him and say goodbye. But then I think about the other side of that and be like, well, maybe God hid that from me and he knew I would be stronger now. And that's why I'm finding out now. Because me dealing with the death of my mother in February and him dying in like April or May, I don't know what that would have did to me. And one of my good friends was like, no, Kiki, God protected you from that. Don't get mad that didn't nobody tell you that, because I'm not on Facebook like that. I happened to just be bored and logged into Facebook and I saw a bunch of tributes to him. And I'm like, wait, what is this? What the hell is this? And then I'm scrolling and scrolling and I start seeing RIP, RIP. I'm like, what? It was very shocking. So I'm just telling you all, you don't know how much time you got. And he was a mighty man of God. The way that they sent that man off for his homegoing, he deserved that glass gold casket. Glass and gold and cream cat, baby. He deserved the horses and the carriage. Literally. He deserved it. He was a very mighty man of God. And I'm just telling y'all this story, not for nobody to feel sorry for me. I'm okay. But I just want to tell y'all, just to prove a point. You don't know how much time you got. You got to make your life about God. You better be consulting with God. God, is this the direction you want me to go in? Is this the man or the woman you want me to marry? People in Hollywood getting divorced so quick now. It's happening so quick. And it's not no joke. It's not no joke. People still talking about God, cracking jokes, saying he a sky daddy and he not real. Everybody still got all this stuff to say, but they have no clue the magnitude of what they saying or what they doing. They have no clue. And so I'm just telling you all, if you are a selfish man or woman, and I'm going to be done with the lesson, the videos will be uploading. From my new members, you will get it first. And everybody else, you get it later. You get it later this evening. But if you a selfish man or woman, don't disturb the peace of somebody else that is a giving, considerate person. Because you may just put them in a position where they resent and despise you. That's just the bottom line. That's just the bottom line. Hey, Celeste. Hey, Aya. I see you, Shirley. I'm done, y'all. The lesson over. I'm done. Now I'm just saying hi to y'all. Miss Raven. Hey. My girl, hey, y'all. My boo, Miss Raven up here. I love her. I'm so happy you up here, Raven. Raven is a real friend. You could be exactly who you are with Raven. I love her. And Raven, when are we going to lunch? I told you I want to take you to lunch, and I ain't been able to find you. You must be in the Dominican Republic, because you always traveling. Dean, hey. Hey, everybody. I'm just saying hey to y'all. Thank you, Dean. Thank you. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Hey, you said I'm very interesting. I take that as a compliment. Because I say all the time, I say all the time, that people can't put me in a box. Hey, Patricia. What you say, J.E.? You said we talk country in Chicago. I keep hearing that. I don't know why y'all say we talk country. Oh, Aya, you and I neck of the woods. If you in Wisconsin, What part of Wisconsin? Are you in Green Bay? J E. Why y'all say we talk country? Hey, yeah, thank you so much. Cause in Chicago, Je, we talk real fast. It depends. It depends. See, yeah, it's kind of cool. Everybody wearing sweaters. See, some people got winter coats on. I ain't gonna even lie. It ain't even cold like that right now. But there's some people out here walking around. They got on winter coats. I was like, okay, yeah, some of them they going way too far with the winter coats. So yeah, Shirley, you said I sound country. Yeah, maybe I do. I guess I do. But you ain't heard me get mad, Shirley. If I get mad and start talking fast, baby, the country out the door. It's out the not the door, but it's out the dough. Dough. Like dough. What is it? D-O. Well, you can spell dough different ways. Some people spell it D-O-U-G-H. Some people spell it D-O-E. So it just depends. God bless you too, Aya. Okay, Walter, I hear you say they say you talk proper. Okay. Yeah, Shirley, people in Houston, they was talking real country when I came out there. I was like, yeah, they sound real country. And they talk very slow. Everything that they say, it's like a drawl. It's like it's just super slow. Super slow. But guys, my lesson is over. Seer Ace. Yeah, you right. Alabama is country. If you guys have shared my live, thank you so much. If you all have subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. If you all have joined and became a member, thank you so much. Thank you all for your encouragement. If you have been praying for me, thank you so much. I will continue to lift you all up and pray for you as well. Grayson, I see you. Walter, Grayson, Shirley, Aya, who else? Danny, I think you still up here. Dean, J.E. Lou, A. Rice, Toya. Hey, boo. My boo Raven up here. If she's still up here, Raven may have popped out, but that's fine. Because y'all know I know Raven in real life. That's my real friend. Raven can call me and all of that. Celeste, I see you, boo. NE guy, I see you with your emoji. I see y'all. Is it Rotato 13? You said they videos be real demonic now? Yeah, okay. Randy, hey. I don't want to miss nobody. Truth for All podcast. Hey, painting and drawings. David. I see all y'all up here. The parody channel. I see you. You up here. All of y'all. This balanced one. Retardo, let me answer your question because I see you said, what if they just don't understand or listen in the moment? Well, you can come to it later. I'm assuming you asking me about like a selfish person and you're trying to explain to them. Come back at them later because everybody at the moment that you're ready to talk, everybody is not ready to talk at that moment. Sometimes emotions are high, tensions are high, so you got to let it go. You got to let it go. And then you come to it when you calm down or when that person calms down. If they care about you and they love you, because I don't know like what this relationship is where this particular person is doing this, but let's just say it's a man that's doing it. A lot of times men will come to you. They may not want to talk right then at that moment, but when you just chill and leave them alone, they'll actually come to you. Chatika, I see you, sweetie. Thank you for the hearts. HGYPDNMC. You was asking what year is this, but I see you said you know what year this is. Paintings and drawings. I see you. Denarius, I see you up here. Denaria said it's best for the individual to be single and work on themselves if they have that mentality. Absolutely, it is. Eagle Eyes, I see you. Harold Bed's Thoughts, if I'm pronouncing your name right. Thank all of you guys for tuning in. Thank you all. I think I spoke to everybody. I like to speak to all of y'all. Delta Sam Pilot, hey. Miss B Greer, hey, you from Detroit? Sanai, you up here, boo? It's nice to see you too, Sanai. It's okay, honey. You could run the playback. I got videos coming out. It's one that's coming out. I didn't give y'all everything in this. It's just that I promised y'all in the community tab that I was going to go live on this topic. And I didn't want to, not be a woman of my word. So it's more detail. Patricia, I hope you found the membership link. Click in the description of this live. Like if you click in the description, it should be a link that you can press. Or if you go on one of my shorts, you should be able to see a link. They doing it different with some people. Because there's some people, as soon as you go on their platform, they have a join button right there. When you see their photo on their platform channel, it'll have a button that you could just click and join. But for me, for some reason, YouTube is doing it different, where people can join my membership link through my description when I go live. When I go live, you can join that way, or I seen the link on a short. So like if you go and click on a certain short, I guess the link will come up. I did put it on my about tab, but I don't think it'll take you directly to it. You can see it and then just manually type it in on your search bar up here on YouTube, and it should take you straight to it. That's not me doing that. YouTube is setting it up like that. So I know it's been a couple of people asking how they're able to do that, and I believe that that's how. Prince, you said, do I mind if you clip my videos and shorts and repost them on my IG? No, Prince, I don't mind. That's why I leave that open for people to do that. People remix my videos and share them. People do that all the time. They'll take my voice and put it in a story and add their photo or something else to it. I leave that stuff open. You all have to understand, I could cut that stuff off. I can protect it to where nobody could do it, but I don't. I leave it open because I know a lot of you all, you want to share it, you want to remix it. People put it on Instagram, they put it on Facebook, they use it on their Periscope, they use it on their YouTube platform. I'm not mad about it. I'm not offended about it. I can't even see all this stuff. Some people I have been able to see in the feed, and then usually I'll come and comment. But people will tag my name and stuff. I don't see it all the time because there's so many people. I have a lot of subscribers, so I can't catch it. But YouTube, every blue moon, I'll see a couple of you all stuff in a feed. I'll see a couple of you all. But some people that I see in the feed, I have no clue who they are. I have no clue who they are. But if you pop in on my lives and I know your name and you're always talking and saying stuff to me, or you on my IG, and if you inbox me, you DM me, I definitely know who you are. If you got the same thumbnail photo up here that you do on IG, then I do know who you are. So if I see you in the feed, I will know, oh, this is so-and-so channel. But it's not a lot of you all that I see that. It's probably like a solid 3 people that like I'll see and be like, oh, that's blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? So if I see it, I'll comment. I'll say something. I'll try, but there's so much stuff going through my feed. I can't keep up with that stuff, honestly. Oh, Patricia, you here? Thank you. Thank you, Prince. I saw you put some pictures up there too. I was laughing. I was like, yes, my boy Prince, he got some photos up here. I'm happy, and he looks so handsome. But yeah, guys, I'm so done with the lesson. I don't know why it feels like Friday to me, and it's only Wednesday. But it feels to me, and that could just be because mentally I'm always 10 steps ahead of stuff. I be messing up dates and days, and my memory is sharp. I have an excellent memory, but it's always 2 and 3 days ahead. So I feel like it's Friday or Saturday, but it's only Wednesday. It's weird. Do y'all go through that? I was like, I'm gonna have to balance. Prince, I know you not no scammer. Aya, my IG is the same name as this up here on YouTube. It's the exact same name. Type whatever my name that's up here, type that in on IG, and you will see my face come up. And as soon as I log in, I will accept you. Only time I don't accept people pages is when they look creepy. If somebody don't have no photos, or I see a photo and you got a photo from like 1 and 2 and 3 years ago, I don't know, you look like a scammer to me. It just looked like a scamming page. It looked like a scamming page. So yeah. Oh, Patricia, I'm happy you found it, and welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I really, really do. So yes, guys. Let me see. What is this up here? Oh no, I don't even know what that is. I'm just looking at some stuff, y'all. I'm just looking at some stuff. Okay. So yeah, guys, I want you all to enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Y'all know I got to get off now because y'all know I hate talking to y'all. It's getting dark now. I hate being on live when it's dark. I don't even know if y'all really could even see me. I'm trying to turn on the light in my truck. I don't even know if y'all could see me. Yeah, Aya, you do that, sweetheart. Go ahead and inbox me. But again, guys, thank you all so much for joining in. Welcome to my new members. Thank you all for your support. Oh, Celeste, yes. Am I saying your name right, Celeste? Or is it Celeste? Because I know some people pronounce their name. It'll be spelled one way, but they pronounce it differently. But I think it's Celeste. But if it's Celeste or Celeste, let me know. But Aya, inbox me. I will respond to you. You are right, Shirley. I do need to go in the house. I start to go live in the house. I really honestly did. But I was like, nope, because when I go in the house, I'm going to get comfortable and I'll doze off and go to sleep. So I'm like, no, let me go live here. And y'all know half of YouTube do this. I don't know why people trip off of us. Half of YouTube be filming in their cars. Like, that's half of YouTube. But they don't be going on these other content creators pages asking them that. They don't question them about none of that. But they'll try to pull it and come to me. How's that abnormal? How's it weird? I don't want to walk around in the park holding my camera talking. I need to be in a secure place because I'm in the city of Chicago and I'm not scared. But you're not going to catch me walking around up and down the block or walking at a park with my camera filming and talking. You just, I don't speak for what other people do. I'm not going to do it. Either I'm be in the house or I'm be in my car. And that's just it. That's the end of it. So, like I said, half of YouTube be in their car. People don't have to film for you in their house. Some people don't want you looking in their house. They may have a guest there, or you don't know what their situation is. But people just weird. People be worrying about the wrong thing. You got one job, and that's just to tune in to hear what God is anointing his children to speak to his all brothers and sisters in Christ. They don't ever want to give certain ones that's doing the exact same thing I'm doing a hard time. They don't want to question them, but they try to pull it with me. But see, they try to pull it with me because I'm a nice person. Because I'm real nice, and they get comfortable, and they try to get familiar, and they feel like I'm finna ask her. But see, if I drop some names of some content creators that a lot of y'all follow, they be like, well, why you ain't ask her that? She be in her car. Or she wear her hair like this. Why you ain't asking her? None of that. Y'all ain't asking so-and-so how old she is or how old he is. Y'all not asking them where they stay. Y'all ain't asking them to go around. Like, who does that? Y'all ain't finna put me in no situation where I'm unsafe. You ain't gonna put me in that. It's more than 500,000 YouTubers that's like, who. First of all, it's just unsafe being in the street. I saw a girl today. I was driving. I was hanging out with my brother early today, and we was driving down the street. It was a girl on a very busy street right here in Chicago. She had on some tight, what are those pants that the women be buying off TikTok, where it really showed the shape of your booty, your butt. Like it looked like you don't have on no underwear. I'm not trying to be graphic, but this young lady, and she looked like she had on a wig. This girl facially looked like she was about 17 years old, and she was dressed extremely provocative. You could see the shape of her butt. You could see her private part shape, and she had on a crop top. She had a big purse on the bus stop stand. She had her phone sitting in front of the purse. This girl was posing, flipping her wig. Everybody in the street in Chicago was looking at her. Very dangerous, very unsafe. She was not using wisdom. Because somebody could have ran off, knocked that phone down, and snatched her purse. And it looked like a designer purse that she had, and she busy trying to show her butt. Like, it's just not smart. It's just not smart. So, baby, y'all gonna get these car videos. Sometimes you'll get the house videos too. Maybe I'll go in the backyard one day. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But y'all, I love y'all. Miss B. Greer, you are right. Absolutely. It be a lot of noise. Y'all know that rooster is next door. That's why I don't go outside. Now, I'll probably go outside one day. And I'll let y'all play around with him. But y'all really not going to hear me because he going to be cocking and pecking and ruin. He was so loud today. I was like, oh, Because I started to go outside today. I'm like, nope, not today. Jamil, hey, blessings to you too. So I'm going to see y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank all of you all who support me and show me love. Danny, you know I love you. You know what it is. I don't even have to tell you I love you. You can feel my love from Chicago to Park Forest. You can feel it. It's Park Forest, right, Danny? Or is it Forest Park? Because I be getting them confused. It's hilarious. But yeah, y'all. It's all good. I have more to come. Grayson, I see you. Miss B, it's okay. You can miss it. Just play it back. I got some videos. Y'all go look at the video. I ain't give away everything in this. I just want to hop in with y'all. Tell y'all I love y'all. And show my great value brand Jill Scott face. Because, see, I'm not the actual Jill Scott, but since a lot of people say I look like her, I guess I'm the Great Value brand. Y'all know Great Value, that's the chips they be having in the grocery store. That's like the generic brand. It ain't the real brand, it's the cheaper version. So, yeah, Shirley, you know I love you. Shirley always up here. I love all of y'all. Grayson, you laughing at me? I'm so serious, y'all. I am so serious. So y'all, let me head out because like my head, it literally feels like mosquitoes is having a meeting or a picnic on my head. Like y'all see, I'm fumbling with my head because my sunroof is open, and these mosquitoes, baby, they like, oh, she out tonight. We ready to have a party. We are ready to have. They ready. So yeah, y'all, I'm gonna get up out of here. Danny, you say I'm the Walmart brand. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. But I love y'all, man. Make sure y'all check out the videos that I have. The members, y'all will see it first, and then everybody else, you will see it after. My members, I got to get them first dibs on everything. So yeah, guys. Good night to you too, Shirley. If you all want to email me, my email address is up here. I told you all, if you ever want to continue the conversation, it does not end at the live. Aba, hey to you too. Thank you. But you guys are more than welcome to email me. You can always email me any time of the day or night because all of you all are on different time frames. Some people email me and they're on Central Time. Some are on Eastern. Some are on Pacific Time. I got people that email me from all around the world. So, like I said, you all are more than welcome to email me if you have any questions. I do one-on-ones. If you all want to schedule an appointment for a one-on-one, I am available for that. Let me know. You pick the date, you pick the time, if you want to do a Zoom or if you want me to just personally call you. That is all available to you all. So, thank you all for tuning in, and I love you guys. But it's dark, y'all can't see me no more, so I'm going to get up out of here.